What do you want from me? Girl, you are asking the wrong person. I don't know. Huh?
すみませんって謝って。それで私に病気なんですからあなたが謝る必要なんてないですよ。あなたの役に立てて私も嬉しいんですから。とか笑顔で言われたいんですか？
You don't need to apologize for being sick. But do you expect me to smile and tell you that it's my pleasure to take care of you? I mean, nobody wants to take care of this guy, especially because he's like such a fucking loser. Tachibana looks down at me with half-open eyes. My heart shrinks and I feel a chill in the pit of my stomach. I want to tell her that that's not how I feel. My tongue is tied and I can't seem to put my thoughts into words. You're a fucking loser. Tachibana snorts and laughs.
はっきり言って気持ち悪いですよ。そういうの。
To be perfectly honest, it disgusts me. Tachibana continues to stare at me coldly as she smiles. There's no doubt in my mind that she's mocking me. Before I could say anything, Tachibana turns around and leaves. You go, girl. When she's finally out of sight, I sigh woefully. Is that how we get, like, a nurse change? Oh, it's about time to press the nurse call again. Dull pain in my testicles makes me moan. This keeps up, I'll be writhing in pain before long. So I find myself unable to pull the trigger. Having Tachibana get me off really takes a toll on me. I can't deny that it feels good, but the pain I feel in my chest is more than I can take. In addition to the guilt I feel from her disgust, Tachibana's gaze feels like daggers in my chest. The contradictions between my body feeling good and my heart feeling bad can't be good for me in the long run. Guess I'll either have to get another nurse to help or do it myself.
山田さん、3時間経ったので処置を始めますよ。
Yamada, it's been about 3 hours already, so I'll begin the treatment. I mean, she is serious about her job, I'll give her that. I'm taken aback by the sudden sound of her voice. Tachibana flashes a suspicious look in my direction as I almost slip off the bed.
何をそんなに驚いているんですか？
Why are you so surprised? I'm not, I mean, not really. She shows up before I even have a chance to call for her. She's already abiding strictly to the 3-hour schedule. She's doing her job even if she doesn't like it. I really can't help but respect her for that. So in that sense, it is what it is. With my heart in tatters, I don't feel like I can tolerate Tachibana's disgust any longer.
それでは早速処置を。
Alright, now for the treatment. You really don't have to.
しなくていい。どういう意味ですか？
I don't? What do you mean? I can tell that she's irritated by my statement. Even though I can feel my heart palpitate, getting faster and faster, I don't go back on what I said. I mean, you don't really want to help me, do you? That's why I,
やりたいやりたくないの話じゃありません。必要かどうかです。
It's not whether I want to do it or not. It's whether you need it or not.
あなたは射精をしないといけないんでしょ？でも自分ではできないから私が手伝う。それだけの話じゃないですか。
You have to right, but you can't do it yourself. That's where I come in. That's all this is. She begins to lift my blanket off of me, but I resist by pulling it back down.
何なんですか一体。もう痛みが出てるんじゃないんですか？このまま放っておくと陰部が炎症を起こすんでしょ？早く作成させてください。
What's going on? Doesn't it hurt? Won't you just hurt if nothing's done? Please just let me take care of it already. That's right, but I feel bad about how you hate doing it. This is really hard for me.
辛いのはみんな同じです。ここは病院なんですから。正直、あなたより辛い人はいくらでもいるんですよ。今だってその人からナースコールが来てるかもしれないんです。
Wait, so there's another guy who has the same thing? I thought this was like the only case ever. It's hard for everyone, but this is a hospital after all. Truth be told, there are a lot of cases far worse than yours. Is one other guy who might be pressing the nurse call even now.
それが分かったらわがまま言わないでください。
So don't for a second think that you're a special case or anything like that. Tachibana explains the situation to me quickly in a harsh tone. I think she's probably telling the truth. I'm still hesitant to let Tachibana get me off again. Because there's another reason it's tough for me. To be honest, so grateful for what you do, but I can't help but feel bad about it, but...
でも何ですか？はっきり言ってください。
But what? Tell me already. I mean, your thigh feels great and all, but I'm getting used to it. It's getting harder and harder to come. Tachibana's sullenness increases dramatically. I can see her clenching both her teeth and her fist. She restrains herself, but it's still scary all the same.
ここまでさせておいてまだ文句があるんですか？手でもオナホでもダメと言ったのはあなたですよね。
Are you complaining about my treatment yet again? First you said my hand was enough, and it was the pocket pistol.
ここは病院でそういうお店じゃないんですよ。いい加減にしてもらえませんか？
You do know this is a hospital and not a house, right? I mean, seriously, what do you expect? The thing I don't understand is why didn't they make him pay for a prostitute? I don't get that. Because, like, by logic, I would make him just pay, or like have the state pay for a prostitute that would come in every 3 hours. Or have like a stay in the hospital prostitute. However immoral that would be. You know? Tachibana admonishes me with a quivering voice that makes it look like she could start yelling at any time. I understand that it's just that your thigh isn't doing it for me anymore. It's not really thigh. If it was someone other than her, the stimulation might change and it might be easier for me to come again. It would at least be better for me mentally. But I'm not trying to explain that.
山田さん、それ私に本番をしろって言ってるんですか？
Yamada, are you implying that you want me to have actual sex with you? No way, I wasn't implying that at all. Then what are you implying? What is she supposed to do? I didn't expect her to say that and respond by shaking my head furiously in denial. But I allowed the idea of it to pop into my head for a moment. Then it turns out to be my downfall.
いやらしくにやけながら否定しても説得力がありませんよ。はっきり言ったらどうです？卑怯者。
Denying it with that lecherous grin on your face isn't doing you any favors. Why don't you just come out and say it? Coward. No, that's not really what I... The way I try to deny it, the more her anger grows. Tachibana glares at me, her shoulders trembling.
わかりました。別にいいですよ。私、この後カンファの予定が入っているんで、これ以上あなたにかかずり合っている余裕なんてないんです。
Does she even have a condom on her? Fine, I could care less. I have a conference schedule after that, so I don't really have time to waste on you anyways.
私が本番に応じれば満足だというのなら、やぶさかではありませんよ。
Having sex with me will satisfy your needs. I won't hesitate to do just that. Huh? Tachibana quickly takes off my confident trousers in one fellow swoop. She glances at the already erect visible through my boxes.
そちらの準備はいいようですね。では、早いとこ始めましょうか。
It looks like you're ready to go. We should get started then. She doesn't have a condom though, right? Like, if you have a conference after this, how do you have enough time to just like clean yourself out properly? Girl?
ただし、
But, okay?
くれぐれも誤解しないでくださいね。これはあくまで射精解除、作成作業に過ぎませんから。
Don't get the wrong idea. I'm simply helping you. Nothing more. The bed creaks as she climbs onto it.
どうして声を上げるんですか？私のスマタ程度ではもう感じないんでしょ？
Why are you raising your voice? I thought you said my thighs didn't do it for you anymore. She could have done so many things. Like, yeah, you have panties on, right? You can just stroke it like the dick above your panties. You can stroke it underneath your pants. There's just so many ways you can make him nut. There's like so many ways without like actual insertion. So many fucking ways. Like, you have a nurse's outfit. Do it underneath the nurse's outfit. You have a fucking headband, and you know, rub it underneath the headband. Like, there's just so many ways to do it without like insertion. You know, like, there's so many body parts you can use without that specific body part. Like, doing that is like kind of the last resort, and you're already coming to the last resort. It's kind of crazy. Why are you raising your voice? No, they don't, but I like what she usually does. She turns her back to me and straddles me. Seeing her ass like this makes the moment all the more powerful and real. What's more, I can feel Tachibana through her underwear. While I've seen her touch it in the flesh in the past, my cock pulsates with more excitement than ever before in anticipation of what's to come.
このまま姿でも十分そうですね。
I get the feeling even thighs to do the trick right now. Well, just try it. Tachibana snorts at my vague response. I shrink awkwardly due to not being able to respond to what she said with her bare thighs. My doesn't wither at all, and only continues to grow larger and larger. Of course, Tachibana seems to feel it as well, as the expression continues to grow increasingly stern.
姿にして時間がかかっては面倒です。お望み通り挿入してあげますよ。
I hear how long it takes to get you off with my thighs. You can insert it when ready. Oh! I was like, what the fuck was that sound? It was like, what? What the fuck? Speaking in a voice that exudes coldness and disgust, Tachibana raises her hips and slides a condom onto my cock. Oh, it's purple! It suits her. Is this really happening?
どうして私がこんな冗談を言わなければならないんですか？
You're joking, right? Just the act of her sliding the condom onto me is enough to make my body spring up. And I can already feel precum flowing out of my cock. Tachibana is simply checking to make sure it's not misaligned or loose, and yet I find the sensation to be unbearingly good. I mean, you could just jerk him off with your hand if he is like this. Genuinely, like, just...
それでは。
Okay then. Wait.
何なんですかさっきから。時間をかけている余裕がないと言いましたよね。
What is it? Didn't I tell you I don't have time for this? Tachibana looks down at me with frustration just as she's about to lift her hips. I gulp a little as I search for the right way to respond. It's just that it's my first time and... Do you need a speech, brother? Oh my god, are you about to do like a speech or some shit? Or like thank her or something? Just shut the fuck up.
それが何か？私が初体験の相手では不服ですか？
What are you saying? That you're happy with me being your first time? Not at all. I'm actually grateful to the point where I feel horrible about you doing all this for me.
結局、何が言いたいんですか？
What are you trying to say then? Tachibana is clearly irritated. Finally occurs to me that I stopped Tachibana because this is so much different from how I envisioned my first time would go down. Yeah, then just tell her, like, can we just not have sex? But at times like this, shouldn't the woman be wet? Maybe I should do something too. Yes. Well, you are correct. Like, when you are having sex, both of the people should be enjoying it. Of course. But, you're not really having sex with her to enjoy it. You're doing it as a medical procedure. And because you can't use either of your arms, it's gonna be a bit hard for you to do anything. I think the only way you could do is like use your fucking toes to like jerk her off or something, but I don't think Tachibana would appreciate you sticking your thumb up her cooch, so you know.
はあ？まさかあなた、私の体を触らせろとまで言うつもりですか？
How do you want to touch her body when you have both of your arms like immobilized? Huh? Are you seriously asking me to let you touch my body? No, not at all. I was just thinking about what it would be like to be inside of you is all. Tachibana snorts contemptuously at my desperate response. I can see the hatred in her eyes. Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
ご心配なく。あなたのおかげでローションは携帯するようになっていますから。
Don't worry. Thanks to you, I've already got lotion on hand. Tachibana takes a small bag out of her pocket and shows it to me.
こうして話していても時間ばかり過ぎるだけです。早く始めますよ。
All this talk is cutting into our time together. I'm going to start now. Tachibana is emotionless to the point that it starts making me feel uncomfortable as she lifts her hips a little. Brother, can you stop forcing her to be in love with you? Or to like enjoy something that she is probably not enjoying? Like, he's irritating me. Like, well, yes, like, he is a virgin and everything. You have to kind of understand the situation. Like, forcing her to enjoy something, it is on a very, like, it is on a thin line with something that is not okay. like, this is on a very not okay line already, but, like, forcing somebody to enjoy something that they're not enjoying, woo, you're not going down a good route. That's all I can say. Just like let her do her job and just shut the fuck up. You know? Like the more you keep yapping about like, oh, but you're supposed to be enjoying this. Oh, but you're supposed to be wet. Why aren't you wet? Can I touch you so you will be wet? It's like you will make the person more uncomfortable. More like, oh, I really don't want to do this fucking thing. Like, I hate doing this for this fucking stranger. Like, I have to do this sexual act for this stranger who is, like, so irritating and uncomfortable to work with. You will make her hate everything about you. Just as I'm trying to get my bearings straight, Tachibana slides off her underwear with her fingers. How the fuck did you do that? Like, with a finger, how did you do it in that position? Like, you have to have some power to, like, hold yourself in that position on one leg. Holy shit. I mean, maybe she was holding herself with her hands. Like, still, that is so uncomfortable. Holy shit. Tachibana's naked ass and bare crotch appear before my very eyes. Her white skin is shiny and smooth. But then there's the slit in between her legs.
じろじろ見ないでもらえますか?
Could you please not stare? Tachibana tells me to take her eyes off of her, but it's only causing me to look again. I've seen them many times, but this time it looks more sensual than ever before. The heat of my cock is also even greater than before. I'm so excited that I can feel my heart throb. Whew. Phew, phew, phew.
それではローション塗りますね。少し冷たいかもしれませんが、我慢してください。
I'll apply the lotion. It may be a little cold at first, so please be patient. Okay. Mention nod with a shrill voice as Tachibana explains it to me plainly. Tachibana sighs as she opens the pouch she showed earlier. It's so cold. Cough, ha ha ah. Are you choking? Voice rises in response to the chilly sensation, but the coldness is gone before I know it. Tachibana slowly moves her hips back and forth to lather my cock with the lotion. Direct pleasure I receive from rubbing combined with the sight of her rocking her hips makes it all the more exciting. Tachibana, I...
分かっています。それでは膣を使っての作成を開始いたします。
Alright, now I'll start using my to make you jack. In contrast to the voice, which is more trembling with excitement, Tachibana speaks coldly as she handles my cock. Jesus Christ. That is a sight, alright. The fact they even drew piss. Tachibana spoils my blink of an eye. Girl, damn. A strong contraction hits me at the exact same moment. The hot and soft balls wriggle and tighten around my cock to the point where I can feel it through the condom. Amazing that a woman could feel like this. It's so different from before.
山田さん、大きな声を上げないでください。ここは病院ですよ。
Yeah, brother. Shit. Yamada, please calm down. Yamada, please quiet down. This is a hospital. I'm so sorry. It's just the pleasure and the emotion of the moment are too much for me. Tachibana isn't moving as her tightens around my cock. The gripping sensation makes it feel all the hotter.
とにかく声だけは可能な限り抑えるようお願いしますね。
Anyways, please try to suppress your voice as much as possible. This man is a screamer. This is gonna be impossible. Tachibana lifts her hips up forcefully as she speaks. And in that moment... I'm coming. I'm going to come. Already? Great. This is still wrapped around me. I feel the cum explode out of my all at once. Tachibana clicks her tongue as she can feel my cock pulsating inside of her. Unable to process what's going on right now, I find myself paralyzed with my first vagina. Bro, rubber. Cum has accumulated in the tip of the condom. Even after I finish the continues to occasionally tremble as if it's just remembering what happened. Perhaps it's that feeling that causes wrinkles to appear between her eyebrows. Sorry, I didn't think it happened so quickly. I mean, that's good. Like, she's on a time crutch, like, at it, boy, like, go on, continue.
謝る必要などありませんよ。
Yeah.
むしろ時間を短縮していただいて感謝しているのですから。
You don't have to apologize. If anything, I should thank you for saving me time. Ah. Tachibana's cold voice hits me like a bucket of icy water. Intense disgust makes it clear to me that it's really a first time, but it's simply nothing more than assisted ejection. This guy is just like, oh, but why aren't you emotional about it? It's my first time. Why are you not, like, in love with me and being all lovey-dovey about it? It's my first time. Yes, it is your first time, but this is also, like, you know, just for medication. I still think, like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, there's other ways you could have done this. But it's still, like, it's gonna be cold. Because, like, there's no love between you two.
安心してください。一度では終わらないのは承知しています。二度目もちゃんと膣による作成を行いますよ。
Please don't worry. I know that once isn't enough. I'll do the same thing for you a second time. I hear a little bit of contempt in her voice, as if she's anticipating having to do this all along. As if she anticipated having to do this all along. I was like, wait, she wants to do it? No, she expected to do it. I'm gonna say that makes me feel really bad, but I'm sick, so there's not really much I can do. And then... Damn, she's quick with her hands. Wow. After she puts on the new condom, she swirls my into her again. Heat transmitted through the condom and painful contractions immediately makes me feel an extremely pleasurable sensation.
何を我慢してるんですか。早く射精してください。
Are you fighting it? Hurry up and come already. Tachibana speaks emotionlessly as she begins to move her hips up and down. Same intense pleasure that made me come before hits me all at once. This is amazing! Wow! Shut the fuck up! I like when it's just her bare thighs. Feeling of her mucous membranes wrapped around my cock feels that much better. Again with the mucous membranes, what the fuck? When she moves up and down like this, it feels so good that it's almost as if my waist could just melt away. Tachibana, this is absolutely amazing. You feel so amazing, Tachibana. This is good. So good. Even though it's really soft down there, it grips my cock tightly and massages it. My voice whispers around the pleasure that could never be achieved with a pocket.
作成作業中に気持ちの悪い声を出さないでください。
Please don't make such disgusting noises while I'm assisting you with the jack. Sorry, but I've never done this before. Like this. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing.
セックスこれがわけないでしょ。
I mean, it is. This is, though. This is not. It is. It is penetration, so like, it is. Tachibana speaks with absolute contempt. I mean, it is not pleasurable, but it is. And yet, she doesn't stop moving. She pulls up to the point where it feels like it might slip out of her before coming down hard on me again. My entire inside of her, the pleasure is so great that it makes my limbs go numb. But Tachibana, it feels so good that maybe for you, probably not for her. She has to do all of the job, her legs are probably numb, her fucking arms probably hurt. She's probably like, I'm in pain and I'm not feeling good enough. Like, it's probably good for you because you're not doing anything. Like, you're not doing anything. She's doing the whole job and also doesn't feel as good.
仕事だからに決まってるじゃないですか。それ以外にどんな理由があるって言うんですか。
You know I'm only doing my job, right? How else would I be doing this? Tachibana pushes her ass down even harder as it envelops the whole of my I feel my rub against something hard deep inside of her. From what I learned from erotic manga, the source of all wisdom, I'm convinced that this would be the entrance to uterus.
いいですか、山田さん。これは単なる作成作業です。私は看護師であなたは患者。恋人同士でもないのにセックスするはずないでしょ。
That is such a stupid way to think about it because, like, this is. I mean, maybe she's just trying to, like, make him feel happy. Like, oh, you actually didn't, like, properly have sex. Like, you will have proper. Once you actually, like, meet somebody you love, and, like, that's when it's, like, your first proper time so you can experience, like, actual good sex. But, like, no, this is. It's just not the best, you know? Like, let's not lie about that. Like, he might be a virgin, but don't make him, like, you know, be delusional about this. You get it, don't you, Amada? I'm just helping you ejaculate. I'm a nurse, and you're my patient. It's not really sex if it's not between lovers. Yes, I know that, but... Don't feed him this bullshit information. Like, that is bullshit. No.
でももしかしもありません。正直、仕事とはいえ、赤の他人のペニスを膣に挿入するのは心地いいものではありません。
Did she say penis? This is probably the first time I heard somebody say penis. That was so cute, actually. No buts about it. To be honest, there's nothing worse than having a complete stranger's cock inside of me, even if it's just for work.
それが理解できたら、早く射精してください。私、忙しいとも言いましたよね。
So please, just come already. I told you I'm busy, didn't I? You're really not gonna make him come if he's not a masochist with this. A masochist would have been like busting nut after nut with this. But yeah, if he's not really like a masochist, you're just making him, like, just slowing him down from busting a nut. You're really not doing that great of a job. Okay, I'll be finishing this episode here, and I will continue later. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!